Hello there. This is going to be a general love reading for all signs. It's a new pair of jeans, so haven't necessarily broken them in yet. They're Nicole Miller's, in case anybody's going to ask. Why am I getting the feeling of unfinished business? Feels like that's the energy right now. Something isn't over. You know that vibe? It's not over. It was never over. It's very notebooky. It was never over. I don't know, something about unfinished business. Someone wants to come forward. The timing just wasn't right for us. Yeah, unfinished business. Something didn't happen initially when you guys first met, is the way I want to relay that information. The timing was off. It was so unexpected. It's like if someone were to throw something at you that you weren't prepared to catch, you wouldn't be prepared to catch it. And, you know, most times you would miss it. You would drop it, right? Most times. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes people get really lucky and someone tosses something to them and throws something to them and they just catch it, right? But that's rare. This is something that's not over. And it's been laying dormant. But the time to rekindle, the time to actually start is the way I want to put that. It's unfinished, but it almost has a feeling of it didn't really start. Didn't quite get up off of the ground. Someone here wasn't open to it moving to the next level, and whatever level that is. I am becoming a better person. Someone here has been working on themselves without trying to work on themselves. They just find themselves wanting to make better choices. I bury myself in work to forget you. So someone's using work as a distraction. I can't stop thinking about you, and it's definitely not working. They're trying to use work as a distraction, and clearly it's not working. I know that I crossed the line with you. Something about them feeling like they crossed some sort of line. I almost feel like they couldn't help themselves. However that's going to relate to you guys. It's almost like they crossed the line, teetered off of the line of friendship, teetered off of the line of business. You see what I'm saying? It's like they crossed whatever line that you guys were supposed to be behind. So the line of casual, acquaintance, friendship, business, they teetered off of that line, but not enough for it to have been something significant. But they feel, it's almost like they don't want to disrespect you. And they may feel like they have, in a way. So many things remind me of you. I remember every detail of that day. Now they're reminiscing. I can tell you right now, honey, this is unfinished business, because this is that kind of a connection where it will haunt a person. This is a haunting. I can't stop thinking about you. So many things remind me of you. I remember every detail of that day. They're haunted. This is a haunting. You don't ever leave their mind. They want to cross the line with you too. They want to. I think that the fact that they have crossed the line, whether even just emotionally and not physically with you, right? Like meaning emotionally where like they're starting to feel more than friendship. They're starting to feel more than like a business shit, right? Okay, so whatever this is, they feel as if like in the past it was like, oh fuck, like an alarm went off when they crossed the line a little bit. It was like, oh, they would just like put their hands up and like run in the opposite direction. And now I feel like they don't want to run. They don't want to run. They want to cross that fucking line and keep going towards that direction to the next level. They're not going to run. I'm telling you, I keep seeing it in my head. Unfinished business. They're not going to be able to let this go unless they see this through, unless they cross that line of wherever it is you guys have started. I don't think you started out by dating. That's not the impression I get. It's a perfect match. You are. I mean, that would make perfect sense why they can't let this go. Because if you were someone that they felt like wasn't a potential, I don't think they'd give a fuck. This person comes up at a higher vibration. You can just feel the vibration of it. I don't need to pull cards for that. You can feel it. They're coming in at a higher vibration. They obviously have some sort of willpower too, because they've held back from crossing the line as opposed to being super inappropriate, super creepy, right? Super disrespectful. This is someone who comes in as wanting to be respectful, someone who comes in and wants to try to have sort of like it's almost like they want to move with integrity, but you make it very difficult. You've made it very difficult for them to move with integrity. Is the way I want to phrase that. Because really what they want to do is fucking pull you by your goddamn hair and bend you the fuck over. I mean, they want commitment too. They do. They want commit. They want to, that's the line, right? They want to go into this line of something romantic and something deeper and something more where you're theirs. Like they don't like this outstanding, you're not mine kind of a feeling. Like this is a conqueror. This is an emperor. They conquer, right? They're not into that. They're not into like open-ended and just do you. Like they want you to be independent, clearly, right? That's going to turn them on to be super independent, but they don't want someone who, I mean, they want a match. And for them, it's like they want to enter into this covenant of loyalty and devotion and honesty and truth and partnership and consistency. And you see what I'm saying? They want to enter into that. If they're going to cross any line, they're going to cross this line fully and wholeheartedly, or they won't cross it at all. And you have make a date with the chaser, bottom of the deck. Because I think that's exactly what this is going to be about. Like they're going to initiate something that puts you guys over the line of just friendship or just acquaintance or just strictly business. They're gonna initiate this. The chaser. They're going to lead, and they're gonna lead by making some sort of a date. They've got a particular date in mind in their head, and I'm talking like on the Gregorian calendar. Either that or they're counting down to something. They look at the calendar often. They look at the days. I don't know if this person just has an extremely busy schedule, but I see somebody who looks at the Gregorian calendar, right? They're like, oh, it's March 29th. Oh, it's March 17th. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why they look at the calendar a lot. And they look at the calendar and there's something in particular. They could be counting down their self-love. Independence. I told you, look, it fell on top of perfect match. I told you that's what they want. They want somebody who's just like them, that like wants to be committed, wants to be devoted and have this partnership, right? But they also want somebody who's independent, like is not needy, who wants freedom too, who wants their own autonomy. That's what this person wants. They want a person who has major love for themselves, is extremely self-confident, where you're not going to be self-conscious about shit. You're not going to be nagging them and on their fucking ass. They've dealt with people like that in the past, and they're not about that life. And guess what? Oh my God, does that sound familiar? Sounds like us. Oh, sounds like us. We don't want someone like that. We've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want somebody that's going to come in here and be controlling and feel insecure about us when we go on girls' trips, or when we're out working, or when we're out to lunch with our girlfriends and having, you know, getting mimosa drunk at 2 p.m. on a Sunday. Like, they don't care about that, right? In a controlling relationship, someone who's insecure and low vibrational, they're not going to let you have your freedom. They don't, and they want their freedom. They want to make sure that they're going to be with a partner that respects that. Like, honey, this is full-blown commitment. This is monogamy. This is you and them with the intentions of getting married, okay, when you guys cross this line. But many of us that have been through horrible, tumultuous, toxic, unhealthy relationships, we're not trying to get into some shit again where our wings will be clipped. They don't want their wings clipped, and they don't want to clip their partners. They want you guys to both fly independently, but fly together, right? You're going to fly and do your thing. You guys are going to always come back home. This is what they want. This is what they've been looking for in the past. They haven't found it. They stopped looking. Then the universe throws them the ball unexpectedly. They throw them you, and they're shocked and was unexpected. They didn't catch it. They weren't ready. The timing was off. That's why it's unfinished, because the timing was off. The calendar, the timing, they weren't ready. You weren't ready. The connection wasn't ready. Unexpected, out of left field, blindsided. I mean, however you want to describe it. It's all boiling down to the same fucking thing. Late night communication. Would it be a reading if it didn't come out? Using the Crimson Secrets deck, would it be a reading if it didn't come out? Because that's when they fucking think about you, bitch. At night, because remember, in the day, they're very distracted with work. Okay, they're going to come home, they're going to try and distract themselves with work and maybe do a pretty good job at that. But when the fucking head hit the pillow, when the world is quiet at night, they close their goddamn eyes. Why the fuck do they think of you? Why the fuck do they picture you? They don't know. And they've sort of shrugged it off for a period of time, and it cannot be shrugged off anymore. I think it's the eclipses, right? You know, I've channeled it a couple weeks ago, a month ago, I can't remember, how I personally felt like, and then cards reflected it, that a lot of masculines were going to get their heart cracked open. They would have a heart awakening or activation in eclipse season. And we just had the first one on March 25th, the little mini one. We're going to have that big motherfucker on April 8th. 4-minute total solar eclipse. Bitch, not partial. In certain parts of the fucking universe, right? You'll be able to see it fully, completely black the fuck out. Eclipses are fucking phenomenons. Okay? I've been reading energy, doing this, actually on April 8th on the eclipse. I make 7 years on YouTube. I've been reading energy for a minute. So don't come and fucking try and school me on shit. I would appreciate you don't do that, because nobody asked you for your shit. So don't come on my channel and try and correct me and tell me shit unless I asked. This is not a democracy here. It's a dictatorship on my shit. For you new motherfuckers that don't know. Don't nobody tell me shit. It's a free 99 reading. You don't like it, you click the fuck off. You don't ask me why I look that way, why I talk that way, why I dress that way, why I read that way. You don't say shit. You keep it moving. That's a proper, normal adult thing to do. If you're a grown ass, act like a grown ass. Okay? Oh, you will be checked. Secrets. This person's very private. They're not somebody that tells their business to everybody. They wouldn't be advertising that they feel this way about you to anybody. They're very private. They're very protective of the things that they love. They're very protective. They got this real protective vibe. I told you, it's like a fucking emperor, right? The emperor protects, but also conquers. Confession. Yeah, there's gonna be... Maybe they say some shit like, I can't wait to see you. And that's their little confession, even though you think, well, that's all they said. What if they say some shit like, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. How have you been doing? Like, whatever they say, it's their own little way of like confessing their excitement, right? Now, don't get me wrong. For some of you, they might full blown confess this shit to you. I mean, like full blown. I can't stop thinking about you. I think you're the perfect one for me. But I don't know. I don't think this one would be word vomiting, just because that kind of higher vibration emperor's not going to be like love bomby. They're not love bomby. A love bomby person's a lower vibration, and I'm just not catching that whiff with this one. They're definitely not a lower vibration. They're just not. They're just not. Hold on. My cards are all fucking mixed up here. This one feels like when they speak, it's with intention. And when they speak, it's because they got something very important to say. They don't just speak. You know what I mean? You know how some people, they just speak just to speak because they want to just hear themselves, or they're just whatever. No, this one doesn't just blow smoke up asses. If they're going to like talk about their feelings or relationships or love, it's because it's been very well thought out. Sudden change. So the sudden change, first of all, was meeting, right? It was unexpected. The universe just throws you to them. The universe throws them to you, and it's, you guys both drop the ball. You guys are both just not knowing, well, what the fuck's happening here? Whoa, what the fuck is this? Timing was off. Sudden change is coming again. Isn't that eclipse energy? The tower, it's very tower-like. Eclipses are like that, right? Eclipses in, eclipses out. Sudden change, sudden changes of thought, feelings, epiphany. There is sudden change coming, bitch. Their behavior will be sudden. See, the travel card was on the bottom of the deck on the other one. Didn't take it. And here it is again, travel. They're constantly talking about travel in the cards. Now, travel can be literal. Someone's literally traveling. It would be important in the reading somehow. Okay? Number 2, it's symbolic of distance between two people, whether emotional or physical. Take it as it's going to resonate for each of you. There is something about the travel or the distance, physical or emotional, that it will not shut the fuck up. Okay? Could it be, and I'm telling you, this is how it is for many. You and them aren't necessarily speaking or on these terms where you guys know what the fuck each other is doing. They catch wind that you're going to be going somewhere, traveling, and it makes them feel some sort of way. Because again, number 1, they're a protective type of a person. They're like Christian Grey. They already feel like they care about you. They want to protect you. They want to know who, what, when, where, why, right? But they can't say and ask because they're not privy to that. You guys are not in a relationship. They don't have access to that information. And it irritates and infuriates them. So it's a protection thing. Like, they just want to know, oh my God, where are they going? Like, what the fuck? Like, they feel some type of way about that, right? Not necessarily because they're insecure, but because they care about you, right? Number 2, it's they feel a pull away or a disconnection. Whatever it is, travel here causes some sort of sudden change. And I've been saying it, honey, for a minute. Look at that first date. I mean, yeah, that might just be enough to sort of crack them open, right? The idea of you. Traveling, oh my God, are they traveling to meet somebody? Oh my God, when they travel, are they gonna meet somebody? Oh my God, I don't know, but does a travel evoke them asking you out finally? It could. Oh, it damn well could. You have angelic protection. Don't force it. Let it flow. And if it flows in another direction, let it be. I mean, yeah, they kind of know that that's where it's at. That like, you're not going to force shit. You're not going to force or chase or nag or do any of those things. And that's why they love you. Nobody want to be with a nag. Do you see what I'm saying? Nobody want to be with a nag. Someone who just makes things so difficult all the time and just gotta make shit up or just gotta be difficult. Like, bitch, the world is chaos already. Coming home, being with our partner, we ain't trying to hear all that. I don't want to be with somebody who's naggy or always got an issue or they're overly sensitive to every damn thing. Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, she's waiting. Three of Pentacles. They're both waiting. They've both been secretly waiting on each other. Secretly, they would never admit it. They would never admit this. Because I think they both felt like it was unfinished business. Three of Pentacles, business. It just feels unfinished. Like this can't be the end of this. Like it feels like there's more. Yep, there it is. There it is. There it is. Had commitment earlier. This is commitment. Four of Wands. It's definitely unfinished. It feels like that's the direction you guys are both supposed to have gone in. That's where you're both supposed to be headed. Okay, now that's Four of Wands. It's new beginnings as well too, right? 1111, it's a very twin flamey number. It's a very auspicious number, right? They might be seeing 1111 a lot or 1111's connected. You know, and we see it on the clock. It just means that, you know, we're aligned in that moment, right? It means a lot of things for different people, but it really does mean for me when I see 1111 on the clock, I'm like, oh, I'm aligned. You know what I'm saying? Like just in that moment, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be or I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. But it's new beginnings. It is. Queen of Wands and the Five of Cups. Yeah, they're in regret. They see you glowing up. They see you living your best life, looking phenomenal and amazing. And this Five of Cups is deep regret. And it's not that they regret not coming forward sooner. I don't really feel like that's what they feel. They're kind of in their feels about the fact that they're nervous if the timing's going to be off for you guys, because they're not the kind of person who's going to offer prematurely. They're all about timing. So they're worried about the timing of this. That if when it feels right to them, it's not going to be right for you. You see what I mean? Bitch, they're all about timing. They want to get the timing just right. It's super important to them. Eight of Pentacles, there's a work thing again, and the Nine of Pentacles. Both people are single. Both people are building, they're workaholics, or they are building their future. Two people here are very business-minded. They're very much so all about making that money, right? Very financially independent. I mean, you're everything they've wanted. Five of Wands. They know that there's going to be other suitors. They know that there are other suitors. The fuck was that? The Chariot, something flipped here to the Nine of Cups. I mean, you literally are everything that they didn't expect to find. You're it. Right? You're the Nine of Cups. You're the fucking wish. They've always wanted a partner like you, right? They've always wanted someone that was just like them in that way of like being confident and financially stable and like being someone who's been there, done that, and not looking to be in toxicity and just wanting to live your best life and wanting to travel and build and have a life of peace and luxury, you know? And it's like you just came in and like the wind blew and there you were, and they're just like, oh, what? And it's almost like it took time to acclimate to that understanding of this is the real deal. And it's not what it was in the past, where I think we've had some false starts and false alarms, and we've had people that pretended and wore a mask, right? And that's kind of where it is. It's like okay, well, okay, is it what it is? Are they really who they say they are? Or am I just sort of attracted to him physically and I'm overlooking the red flags, right? Like, I mean, this needed time to settle in and for both parties to acclimate to it. Because when it's the real deal, I mean, it's the real deal. And that's kind of a big fucking deal, if you will, right? Hanged Man. They're waiting for the right fucking moment. I'm telling you, they're all about timing. They're all about timing. Timing for them is crucial. That's why they're so successful in business. Queen of Cups, the timing. See, they're waiting to see when is the time when they're going to shoot their shot and they won't miss, because the Queen of Cups is open and receptive. They're going to shoot their shot when they know they're not going to miss. They're trying to feel it out. But I'm telling you right goddamn now, it's unfinished business. Yep, there it is. There it is. I told you they're going to wait to shoot their shot. That's shooting their shot. It's an Ace of fucking Wands, bitch. The Lovers, magnetic attraction. They know it's fucking you. They know it's you. But it's a matter of timing. They know it's unfinished. They know that this is what they want. It didn't go away. This is where we're at. You have the Page of Pentacles, okay? The casual, the friendship. They don't want to be there. They don't want to be in the business partnerships only with you. They want more. They want to cross that line. They want to cross that threshold, but they want to do it in the right time because they don't want to be disrespectful. This is someone here who has integrity, someone here who is, they're gentlemen. I just got the chills. I got the chills. Fucking finally. Shit. Let's get into this extended. We're going to do this extended on my website. Click below this video the word more. It's going to bring up all my info. Follow me on Instagram, xi_missy_xi. I would actually like to use the Casanova sexual deck to start off with, because talking about it being unfinished business gives me the vibe of it's like very past lifey too, right? Obviously. So it's not just unfinished business in this life, it's in a past life too. And there's sexual images, so I have to use it on my website. But Patreon, don't worry. I'm going to be posting a couple videos for you guys in the next couple of days, because, you know, I always make sure I do about at least 4 or 5, maybe a little more readings for Patreon a month. And I've just been very busy this month of March. But as we know, everything is about timing, right? Divine timing always, and I always trust my gut. So we'll do this on my website. Click the first link below. It'll take you there. Go to extended readings, special love / oracle readings, and there you'll find it. I've been noticing people are having issues with that. I'm not sure how. I try to make it as easy as possible. Go to the extended readings on my website. The fucking default pictures are all there. It's going to match the reading on YouTube, honey, okay? But anyways, I'll see you there. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube.